Welcome to It Came From a Box, this is Sergio IM, and on this episode of HAULED Nintendo Switch Edition, we're catching up with the latest Nintendo Switch OLED accessories. That being bags, grips, cases, and everything in between. This is the very ambitious G-Case sent to us by Plenbo for both the Switch and Switch OLED. Over on Kickstarter, as of this day, they surpassed their $19,000 goal and managed to raise over $370,000 from over 2,000 backers. This specifically is their all-in-one kit that comes in this big hard-shell carrying case that inside has molded slots for everything. First thing you'll notice is this mechanical design throughout, which, yes, is inspired by Gundam, and it looks incredible. As you can tell, there's a lot going on here, so I'll keep it short, and I might do a deep dive in another video. First up, the One Dock. Using the included USB-C cable, you can charge the Switch or your other devices, use it as a USB hub to connect additional accessories, and it also works as a portable dock, with the added benefit of mirroring devices as well. Next, we have their wireless adapter that you can use to connect other controllers, such as the PS5's DualSense to the Switch. And yes, you can hook this up to the One Dock. Then we have two types of grips. First is the Joy-Con grip for either the original Switch or slightly larger Switch OLED, and these attach either to the main body, or you can pop out the rails and use them individually, and even connected together. Over on the back, we have the removable grip system, each with their own game card slot. There's three sets of grips, Mega, Omega, and Air, that you can mix and match to what suits you best, and they slide and click into place. Next up is their modular 5000 mAh batteries. You can use them by themselves with the single USB-C port, or on the G-Case itself. It connects via these contact pins on the back, and it magnetically snaps into place so you can play and charge the Switch. Best part, if the battery dies, you can just swap it out for the other. Finally, we have the G-Case itself. The Switch connects to the USB-C port at the bottom and locks into place via the latch at the top. On here, you still have access to all your buttons and ports, as well as cutouts for the vents. Then on the back, we have a small kickstand to use it in tabletop mode. And another handy feature hidden within this case is an optional integrated low-latency Bluetooth audio adapter, much better than the one on the Switch that can simultaneously connect up to 2 audio devices. So in use, it feels good in hand. I like the extra spacing at the bottom of the Joy-Cons, and the grips work well, but after a few hours in handheld mode, that weight does start to wear you down, so it helps to lean it against something. Regardless, when it comes to Nintendo Switch accessories, if you don't know where to start and you're looking for an all-in-one kit, this is the endgame. One of our favorite carrying cases out there is back. This is the OLED edition of Waterfield's City Slicker. Like all their other bags, it's really well made. We've got the bold white full-grain leather flap on the front. The rest is made of durable ballistic nylon, and it comes with 2 loops off the sides, which you can use with their optional sling strap. Over on the back, we've got a zippered elastic mesh compartment that's softly padded to carry some accessories. Back to the front, we've got these magnetic rivets that make it easy to open and close. In here, we first have these 5 leather game card slots with an opening at the bottom, which makes them easy to eject. Then we have the main compartment that's very well padded, and at the front we have an ultra-soft microfiber panel that's the same size of the screen, which gives the Joy-Cons room to breathe off the sides, but it's also a thin pocket for things like a charging cable. Then on the back we've got another larger pocket. Finally, the fit on the main compartment is a bit roomy, which I appreciate since it gives us enough space to attach a thin protective case, and if that's not enough, they even made ejecting the Switch a breeze with this loop at the bottom. I love this case. It's the classiest way to carry the Switch, but more importantly, it's built off the feedback from fans, which I truly appreciate. And of course, it smells incredible. By far, one of the best ways to enhance handheld mode for the Switch is with a grip, and one of the best out there is the ZenGrip by Satisfye, now updated for both the original Switch and OLED model. To make it compatible with both versions, it's slightly larger, and we now have a bit more protective silicone padding on the inside, which makes attaching and removing it sort of a slow process, but not a big deal. For those new to it, it's got large rubberized grips at just the right angle to help reduce fatigue on your wrists and hands, but the unsung hero is the asymmetrical design, which correctly positions your thumb on the right analog stick to avoid cramping. You have no idea how much that helps. That aside, it also has a built-in stand at the bottom with enough clearance to charge the Switch with an angled cable. Finally, you can get it by itself or in a bundle with their custom-sized carrying case. Like I've said before, once you use a grip on the Switch, it's very hard to ever go back. So if you haven't yet, we can highly and easily recommend Satisfye's ZenGrip. Combining the best of both worlds and actually putting it in the name, the GripCase by Skull & Co. has been updated for the Switch OLED. You can get it by itself or in a bundle with their custom carrying case. For those who don't know, it's a transparent, soft protective case that pops right on. You've got protection all around, including the buttons, which are still easy to use, cutouts for the vents, and everything else is still accessible, but note that it may affect the clearance for things like the headphone jack and bulkier USB cables. Next, we have their floating shoulder and trigger covers, which take a bit to get used to, but work well enough. Now, for those who don't like them, it seems they can pop out, which I don't believe is intentional, because without them, the buttons are harder to access, so even then, I wouldn't really suggest it. Now, like previous versions, it's also dock compatible, but on the site they mention that some of the OLED docks have a slightly shorter USB, which won't let it connect, and I think that's the case for us. Even if we forced it down, we can't seem to maintain that connection, so if you're getting it for that feature alone, just know that your dock may not work with it. Same as before, it comes with the same awesome 3 sets of grips that you can mix and match to choose what works best for you. To attach them, you simply align, slide, and they click right into place. I love this customization aspect of Skull & Co.'s grips, along with the full protective case, but if you just want the grips, then you'll want to consider their latest NeoGrip, which is like a grip case without the case. It comes in black and white, but we're specifically checking out their latest Animal Crossing version. The design is ultra low profile, very thin, and I love this split colorway. Like the grip case, it also comes with the same 3 sets of grips and uses the same attachment system where they slide and lock into place. Out of the box, it's compatible with the OLED model, but you can adjust this section here to make it fit the original Switch as well. Then on the inside, we have soft padded and rubber bumpers to protect the console. It slides right in and locks into place with this tab at the top. As you can see, everything is still accessible, including the new kickstand, but it only works with the snap grips since the others are too large. Finally, it's also dock compatible, but at the moment that only goes for the specific sold-out Animal Crossing version that's slightly thinned out to fit. The other black and white versions are just a bit too large, although technically you can force it in. But we wouldn't suggest it, so here's hoping they update them soon. And that's the NeoGrip, a minimalist way to add grips to the Switch OLED. If you're looking to carry more than just the Switch, there's a lot of options out there, but if you want to keep to a small form factor, check out HORI's latest cargo pouch. It's a blacked out carrying case that's got enough room for the Switch, all your cables including the AC adapter, and a few other accessories, but we found that if you place the Switch outside of this compartment, you then have space to store it with a grip attached, and you can use that slot for the official dock. Even then, you still have a bunch of room for whatever else you can fit in there, be it Joy-Con straps, adapters, etc. And if you want even more space, you can swap out the official dock for something like Genki's smaller covert dock, and then you can store even more stuff, like snacks. It's never the most exciting, but with any Switch console, you know the drill. You're gonna want a screen protector to keep that, yes, plastic screen scratch-free. We prefer tempered glass because they're thicker than film, they're stronger, which helps with drops or impacts, and the smooth coating feels just about the same as the Switch screen when using it for touch. One of the first to release were these by Orzly that comes in a 4-pack, which is really helpful if it's your first time installing one, but also if you get a scratch or crack on it, you can just install another. Because we got these on release date, the size is just a hair too small, not a deal breaker, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were updated by now. There's also a few others that come with a guide that we'll share in the next episode, but yeah, don't risk it, protect that screen, and you can thank me later. If all you want is a simple and clean carrying case to take your Switch OLED on the go, one of our favorites is the Slim Protective Case by tomtoc, now in this black and white OLED version that looks awesome. We've got that iconic design with the raised analog sticks and D-pads on both sides. It's made of a tough EVA hard shell that's passed military drop testing. You can carry it via the sturdy clip on the strap at the top. We've got YKK zippers with large and easy to use zipper pulls. The inside is lined with a soft microfiber along with a screen protecting flap with 10 game card slots on the other side. Once you pop the Switch inside, it's got cutouts for the analog sticks to keep to this ultra slim profile. Overall, it's very secure, minimalist, and I love this colorway, very bold. So if you like to keep it simple with top-notch materials, you can never go wrong with tomtoc. There's nothing worse, there's a lot worse than inviting people over to play Mario Party or Smash Brothers just to find out those extra Joy-Cons are dead. So do yourself a favor if you haven't yet and pick up a charging station. If you want something that matches the white Switch OLED, check out PDP's new portable charging shuttle. It's got a very clean, simple design. It's powered via USB so you can connect it straight to the dock. And it can charge up to 4 Joy-Cons with individual status indicator LEDs so you know when they're good to go. Trust me, if you have extra Joy-Cons, it's worth it. Although not specifically released for the OLED, it's got a white shell and I like it. This is PowerA's Fusion Pro controller. We made a full video on it that you can check out for all the details, but to keep it short, it feels great in hand due to these amazing gel grips. It's got a nice weight to it. It's wireless with a 20-hour rechargeable battery, or it can also be used wired with the included 9.8-foot braided cable. The buttons, triggers, and analog sticks all feel great in use and work well with snappy face buttons and low travel distance triggers. It also comes with a few accessories such as their attachable Pro Pack with 4 springy metal paddles that you can map to any other button on here on the fly. It comes with 4 analog sticks in total, which you can mix and match, as well as 2 swappable faceplates with a soft texture on the black one. And the full kit fits nicely in this well-made carrying case. Now sadly, it's not perfect. For instance, although it does have motion controls, they only work in wireless mode, and it also has an audio jack for a headset, but it only works in wired mode. On top of that, it's missing HD rumble, NFC for Amiibo, and there's no extras like turbo or macro functionality. That aside, to be honest, I still use it as my main controller just because I love how it feels in hand. And there it is, another 10 down, and we've already got another 10 on the way. We're actually drowning in boxes right now because we're so behind. So now I'm gonna hand it off to you guys. Let me know what you think of anything we featured. What did you love, what did you hate, and what would you like to see next? Let's talk in the comments. Also, if you're looking to pick up anything featured in this video and want to support us at the same time, please check out the affiliate links down in the description below. Once again, this is Sergio AM. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you for the next box.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to help us out, you can do so by clicking that thumbs up button, and while you're at it, why not subscribe for more content? It's free. We also love to hear you out, so please leave a comment down below or talk with us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm Sergio AM, and I'll see you for the next box.